لبيك لبيك لا شريك.
National Hajj Commission has made the necessary for your comfort.
The preparation is very good.
I'm very happy, extremely happy, because this is my first time.
And I prepare to follow the rules and regulations given to me.
اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك له. لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. I am Rashida Abubakar, your regular anchor. Once again, glad to have you on the program as you answer the call. As part of the effort of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, to enhance service delivery for Nigerian pilgrims while in Saudi Arabia, the Commission activated its situation room in Mecca in 2017. It is an ICT online system known as Complaint Management System used in monitoring services rendered to pilgrims, among other functions. Its services was effective in the course of this year's Hajj exercise. Tonight in our Spotlight segment, we shall be taking you through the operations of the system and how Hajj managers and pilgrims benefited from it. Also in the program is Making the Hajj, and the discussion is on the lessons associated with the Hajj rites. The edition has other regular segments such as NACON News Diary, which highlight the activities of NACON and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. Stay tuned for these and more.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. As usual, we'll begin the program with the news diary. Topping the lineup, NACON and Saudi authorities resolve problems affecting airlift operations. Plus, Ghana Hajj Board visit NACON office in Saudi Arabia, seeks collaboration. Stay tuned for the details. Keep watching.
All Nigerian air carriers participating in the airlift of pilgrims for the 2023 Hajj have resumed full operations to airlift Nigerian pilgrims back home from King Abdulaziz International Airport, Jeddah. This was the outcome of a series of meetings between the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria (NACON) and the Saudi General Authority on Civil Aviation on the slow pace of the airlift. Prior to the commencement of the airlift back to Nigeria, the Saudi authority had altered the flight arrangements, compelling many of the Nigerian carriers to take off from Medina instead of the usual Jeddah. Only Fly Nas, a Saudi-based airline engaged by Nigeria, has all its slots in Jeddah. This decision had slowed the pace of the airlift operations back to Nigeria. While briefing journalists at NACON office in Mecca before the resolution of the problem, the Commission's Commissioner of Operation, Alhaji Abdullahi Magaji Hardawa, said the decision posed many challenges to Nigeria and the pilgrims.
Fundamentally, there are two major airports in Saudi Arabia that receive and dispatch pilgrims, Jeddah and Medina. The traffic is so heavy in those airports, particularly that of Jeddah. And therefore, landing and taking off of any aircraft must be fully planned and controlled. It will not be haphazardly done, simply because you have enough aircraft. Deploy them to pick all your pilgrims at the time you wish would not be possible. There are so many other countries, they have so many pilgrims, and they would also want to repatriate them back to their countries. Likewise, Nigeria. So everything must be under control, must be well planned by the authorities concerned.
With the new development of having more flight slots in Jeddah, the pace of the return journey back home has picked up. In a related development, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria (NACON) has so far airlifted nearly 20,000 pilgrims back home in over 50 flights, operated by Max Air, Asman Airline, Air Peace, Aero Contractor, and Fly Nas. Prior to their departure, some of the pilgrims thanked Allah for being among those who witnessed the Hajj and were looking forward to linking up with their families.
I would like to thank Almighty Allah for making me to witness all this year's Hajj, which I have been praying for over days and nights.
To alhamdulillah wannan muna cikin farin ciki sosai wanda muka tsinci kanmu mun zo lafiya za mu kuma koma lafiya ba tare da wani tunani ko fargaba ko wani abu ba.
Wallahi alhamdulillah ina cikin farin ciki da godiya da kuma shugabanninmu ina musu godiya. Allah ya saka musu da alkhairi.
The pilgrims airlifted back home are those from Sokoto, Zamfara, Lagos, Ogun, Kwara, Nasarawa, Jigawa, Kano, and Plateau states. The chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, Alhaji Zikirullah Kulle Hassan, says the commission will continue to strengthen its policies and programs for better Hajj management. The chairman stated this when the management of NACON played host to the leadership of Ghana Hajj Board in Mecca. He particularly highlighted the idea of the Hajj Saving Scheme, Hajj Institute of Nigeria, and many more.
We have started, we're at infancy. We hope it will grow to the stage that people also will queue. The second thing which we have started and which we hope very soon will invite people from Ghana is that we're the only one in Africa, or one of the newest people in the world, that have what we call Hajj Institute. The purpose of the institute is anybody who's appointed to manage Hajj, the day he got the appointment is a student, yet he's been given the position of the leader. How does he start? That was the reason why we established the Hajj Institute, where you go through a study where you can master all that is involved in Hajj operation.
While highlighting the mandate of the commission, Alhaji Zikirullah said NACON is ready for collaboration with the Ghana Hajj Board.
We are open to collaboration, and we think one of the easiest way to start the collaboration is for you to come, nominate or sponsor some people to our Hajj Institute. And our teaching faculty included professors, not just professors there because they're academics, but because they have the wherewithal about what it requires to be an Hajj manager.
Responding, Chairman of Ghana Hajj Board, Honorable Abdullah Banda, said the visit was to share experiences between Nigeria and Ghana in order to enhance Hajj operation.
Our purpose for coming here is to learn a lot more from Nigeria. Your decision to establish Nigeria Hajj Institute, it is something that I will be, or the board will be very much interested in, because like you said, Hajj operation is not an event, it's a process. Once you come in as a board member, as a board chairman, it is incumbent upon you to learn the ins and outs of Hajj and to acquaint yourself with the intricacies of Hajj operations. It is when you have acquainted yourself with these facts and with this knowledge that you can execute a very successful Hajj operation.
Honorable Abdullah appreciated NACON for hosting the board. Highlight of the visit was the presentation of NACON publications to the visitors.
Alhamdulillah, if you're just tuning in, the program is As You Answer the Call, sponsored by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, to keep you informed about the activities of the Commission and other Hajj-related matters. NACON has continued to explore ways of simplifying Hajj operations in Nigeria and beyond using the ICT technology. One such way is the introduction of a complaint management system and a call center in its Makkah office. Our Spotlight segment will focus on how the system works and its effects on the well-being of pilgrims. Stay tuned for the details. Keep watching.
This is the NACON Situation Room located in its Mecca office. It is well equipped with the necessary gadgets and operates 24 hours during the Hajj exercise. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, established the center in 2017 with the aim of having a computer-based multifaceted solution for services rendered to pilgrims.
The NACON ICT at the same time also slash call center is responsible for, I would say in a holistic manner, you can say it's responsible for two tasks. One, to ensure pilgrim satisfaction, and secondly, to ensure efficiency in Hajj operation for both NACON staff, officials and other stakeholders. So that is an overview of our general goal or purpose.
The NACON Help Desk manages pilgrims' inquiries, requests, and complaints on services such as feeding, accommodation, healthcare, tents facilities in Mina and Arafah, transport arrangements, and luggage management.
Now, the complaint management system is a system built up to manage all the various classes of complaint that could possibly come up during the Hajj operation. Now, an example of such complaints are, we've categorized them into various classes, like we have complaints that might arise from visa and consular issues, complaints with regards to their accommodation, complaints with regard to feeding and etc., and with other things as well. So the call center, what we do with the call center is an open line which is accessible 24/7, 24 hours for all pilgrims, concerned persons, and even the stakeholders.
In carrying out this responsibility, the Situation Room deploys the use of two applications, namely eDirectorate and the Global Positioning System application known as GPS.
The GPS application's purpose is to navigate everybody, both officials and pilgrims, to the various sites, religious sites, accommodations, and any strategic location which we believe is important to the person concerned. So this GPS application is available on NACON's website. It's free. Anybody that has the link can quickly go there. And I think we've also circulated a little demo on how that application can be accessed. So that's what the application does. The other application we call the eDirectorate. The eDirectorate is actually like what we call yellow pages or repository of information of all stakeholders, heads of committees. We even have Saudi officials, some officials like the Muassasa, the field offices. We have their contact on the eDirectorate.
Another means deployed by NACON is the use of call center with a number dedicated to it for use by pilgrims, officials, and other stakeholders. Similarly, in an effort to create awareness among pilgrims on how to take advantage of the Situation Room, NACON works in collaboration with other stakeholders such as the states and service providers.
Usually what we do is the ICT team are usually deployed early before the pilgrims are being received in the kingdom. Immediately we come, the ICT now deploy the call center. Banners are being created, are being designed and developed. So these banners and flyers will be passed across all the various state accommodations. And while we are doing this, while we are circulating these banners and flyers, we engage the state officials and tell them that this service is available and they can reach out to the commission through this service.
Throughout the stay of Nigerian pilgrims in Mina and Arafah, the Situation Room handled over 600 cases involving different services. Head of ICT at Nakan, Suleiman Abdullahi, while making presentation at the post-Arafah meeting recently, highlighted some of the inquiries and requests made by pilgrims at Mashayar.
On the first day of Mashayar, on the 8th of Zulhijjah, we recorded 689 incidences from various categories. Some pilgrims requested for mattress, some requested for tent spaces, some inquiry for the charge card, where they can get a charge card.
The ICT team further states that
then we have medical emergency on the first day, only 2 requests on the call center. Next slide. Then for the second day, that's the Arafat day, we recorded tent issue 115. We recorded complaint on food 12. Then request for cleaning location 4. Total of 143 inquiries on the second day. Then for the third day, after that Jamrat period, we recorded up to 400 inquiries. We have highest recorded of tent locations. That is the people who went to Jamrat and they cannot be able to locate their tents. We have like 259, both from state and tour operators. Next slide. This is actually the distributions. From the state, we have 191 occurrences. We resolved 184. Unresolved is 7.
Nakan also worked ways of eliminating language barriers during calls.
Yes, we still have very crucial language communicators for at least the 3 core Nigerian languages. We have someone who speak the Hausa. We have Hausa. We also have someone that even speaks the local language. Yeah, as part of the team.
With the Situation Room gradually improving, Hajj experience for both pilgrims and officials, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, has taken steps to sustain the gains recorded and as well introduce new applications and upgrade the current ones for better tracking of pilgrims and monitoring services.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
MashaAllah. Coming up next is Making the Hajj. Tonight, Dr. Abubakar Muhammad Birnin Kodo is still our guide. He takes us through discussions on the lessons of Hajj. Let's hear him.
When Muslims undertake the Hajj, they hope and pray to achieve Hajj Mabrur. That is, Hajj that Allah accepts, and the reward is paradise. However, performing the Hajj comes with its own lessons, which Muslims on pilgrimages are encouraged to imbibe. What then are these lessons and their benefits to the Muslim Ummah and humanity in general?
And this is one important thing for all Muslims to learn.
On Making the Hajj tonight, Dr. Abubakar Birnin Kudu answers these and other questions.
The purpose of Hajj is what? Is an act of ibadah. And this is one important thing for all Muslims to learn and understand, that Hajj is performed as an act of ibadah. The travel, the transportation, the accommodation, the mingling with people is all not to do with anything like excursion. It is not an excursion. It is what? It is a travel purposely for what? For ibadah.
Allah's consciousness and oneness are fundamental lessons contained in Hajj rites.
It teaches us the issue of worshiping Allah alone. When you look at all acts of and the rites of Hajj, the issue of Tawheed is inherent in each of them. When you come to the Tawaf, what do? You go around the Kaaba, after which you pray the 2 rak'ats that are called the Sunnatul Tawaf. In that Sunnatul Tawaf, the Prophet ﷺ has taught us to recite 2 particular verses of the surahs of the Quran.
In the first rak'ah, you recite the Fatiha and what? قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ. In the second rak'ah, you recite after the Fatiha, what? قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. These two particular surahs teach us about what? About Tawheed. So this is enough indication that Hajj is to do with Tawheed.
Equally, Hajj cleanses the soul, brings hope and renewal, and as well strengthens the unity of the Ummah.
Hajj is a kind of world conference. It's a kind of world conference where all Muslims come together in order to know each other. One of the points of wisdom of creating the human being, Allah has mentioned, Ya ayyuhan nas, inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha. O you people, we have created you into males and females. وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلًا. And we made you into nations and tribes. For what? لِتَعَارَفُوا. For you to know each other. So coming to Hajj also gives us the chance to know each other, apart from the acts of ibadah also.
Similarly, Hajj teaches equality as the poor, the rich, the young and old, male and female from all walks of life come together to perform the Hajj rites in one place and at the same time.
When you arrive at Arafah, for example, because that's the place where everybody, all people converge on the same day and at the same time, you look at them. From a distance, you cannot know who is the president of your country. You cannot know and recognize your governor. You cannot know the chairman of your local government, of your emir. Why? Because all in the sight of Allah are equal.
The convergence of pilgrims in one place at the same time symbolizes the Day of Judgment. This is also a lesson for pilgrims.
One other thing that we learn when we enter the state of Ihram, that we remember the day, or we think about the day that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us that we are going to converge on the same place, in the same place, and Allah will ask us to account for our deeds. That is the day of judgment. All of us are coming. In fact, on the day of judgment, you don't even have the ihram to wear.
The Islamic scholar says patience, generosity, and respect for humanity are other important lessons embedded in Hajj. He then urged Muslims to allow the lessons of Hajj to drive their dealings.
Alhamdulillah, wishing pilgrims Hajj Mabrur. But before we round off the program, let's take some messages and greetings from pilgrims to their loved ones.
Okay, I'm greeting my all family in Nigeria and my all customers at Nigeria and my other audience, friends, all of them, I'm greeting them. I'm very happy. See you before we come.
Na gaida jatuma na Hajiya Halima Numan da kanina Ali Baba Numan da sauran kannina gaba daya, insha Allah na ga musu muna nan lafiya, ba abin da ya damu, muna hanyar dawowa lafiya kalau.
To emi hauna Sani, emi hauna Inusa, emi hauna Abubakar, emi hauna Muhammadu Lawal, emi hauna sauran jama'a su, emi yatta bibbe biyani daya muwadi don aiki haji.
Once again, Hajj Mabrur. This is where we draw the curtain on today's program. See you same time next week with another edition of the program. But before we go, remember that you can send your messages, comments, observations and questions through our mobile phone number and other social media platforms. Once again, thanks for watching. Ma'assalam.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا